Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 4 of the new season of Scrubs. We're going to go ahead and hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, where you can watch without all the editing we got to do to get this stuff up on YouTube. You also get a little bit early because I post it right after recording, so you don't have to wait on me to edit or any of that jazz. It'll be right there, ready and waiting for you. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do things we do over here. But at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. At least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. And that all said and out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 4, My Poker Face. Here we go.
Moving is rated one of the most stressful life experiences, right along with divorce. But I was crushing both. I found a new place closer to the hospital, and Elliot and I were finally getting along.
Hell yeah. Moving sucks. Thankfully, when I had my split, it was as easy as it could possibly have been.
Divorce? I think we're in the honeymoon phase of our failed marriage.
When we were married, we could not order a pizza together.
Yeah, and now you can scarf down as much disgusting ham and hot fruit pizza as you want.
Just ordered Hawaiian on the weekend.
Okay. Again, I've never tried it. It just, in practice, sounds disgusting. Editing Omni here real quick. I want to chime in because during this little moment, I missed, because it happened real quick and just so casually, they name dropped the name of their kid, Ollie. His name's Ollie, I guess short for maybe Oliver. That's the name, you know, so he's having him over for the weekend. It's his weekend with his son. A nice little thing that just kind of flew right by in the heat of that moment.
Damn it!
Oh.
I think it was a slight concussion. I blacked out for a bit, but when I finally came to, the whole thing had been put together.
How did that happen?
Throwing a bottle of Chardonnay, and I am just holding the dog and crying.
You have a dog now?
It's the neighbors.
Ah.
I'll just go hug the neighbor's dog.
Maybe I should try something like that. I'm in.
Okay, we'll pick you up at midnight.
Midnight at night? I'm out.
Midnight win, JD, win.
I told Deshauna this wasn't an emergency and we shouldn't say that, so she took my phone and texted you with it.
Snitches get stitches.
They do?
They do? I love her innocence.
Do we look like the Babysitters Club to you?
Kinda, yeah. Look, guys, surgical and medical have always had beef, so figure that out on your own.
Yeah, true. Very true.
I have patients texting me, and I have 3 daughters texting me about money and rides to soccer and more money. 4 daughters texting me.
Oh my God. It reminds me of that Derek comedy sketch. If you know, you know.
Hey,
5,000 daughters.
Women, right? Are there any women up in here?
Oh, there's a pretty gal upstairs, but I haven't had the courage to say hello yet.
Well, don't. I'm so sick.
Yo, nice Goonies poster over there.
Worst part about it is, because Carla's working so much, I can't even ask for a little something in return, if you know what I mean.
Sex?
Yeah, JD. Sex, well done. She used to get worked up by Bridgerton, but the new season doesn't come out for another year.
Spring 2027.
JD would have that on lock and ready to go.
Let's turn this place into our feelings dojo. I want to order a love seat, candles, and 2 cozy weighted blankets on Amazon.
Bro, I'm thinking I live with a bunch of women. Let's get a poker table.
Turk, you beautiful bald.
Yeah, bachelor pad.
No more sad sack, full-on fun sack.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right?
We're gonna turn this
Yeah.
place into a brojo.
A brojo.
Brojo. Yo. The sports I can give or take, but like trampoline, let's go. Oh. Oh, the dog. They got the dog. Yo. Oh, hey, now you can talk to her.
I'm your new neighbor, JD. I was just telling Turk about you. What you watching?
Hold up. I want to go back and see what all was in there. Got a dart. Oh, it's like we got one of those basketball hoop machines. We got a dart board. We got a foosball table. I think I saw an air hockey table, maybe a pool table, something, one or the other. And then assorted sports. We know JD doesn't give 2 shits about sports. I love the snow goggles on the dog.
What you watching?
I can't do this all on my own. No, I know I'm no Superman.
I gotta say, Sacred Heart seems like a completely different place. For example, some employees aren't even human. More little supply bot.
It's weird, like just after commercials, it takes a minute for the subtitles to actually come on.
Oh, more like waiting to go home, am I right?
You get me.
Completely different dynamic than the original one. You really should. That would save you a lot of trouble later.
Hey, Sibby, why a wellness room? Oh, I'm so happy you asked.
Nobody asked.
It's a skit.
She wants us to play with blocks.
Pressure field of
Apparently.
The room is now open for organized relaxation.
She's so interesting. Oh. She's hiding some demons, I'm sure. Love it.
Carla has a shift at urgent care, but that gives me a 4-hour window for our poker party. Come on.
Hell yeah. Oh. You're.
I'll bring the bean.
Who just legitimately...
Yeah, dude.
Damn mind.
Just inviting himself places.
Just because you talk with your hands doesn't make it
First
okay,
of all, bring your hands down.
And the age-old battle between surgical and medical rages on.
Reminiscing.
Should we fire up our parental voices?
Yep.
Okay, kids, settle down. That's enough.
Don't make us turn this whole hospital around.
He'll do it. Get over here.
Get over here, right now.
Love it. Whoa! Matt Rife jump scare. He was in that 90s show and now this. He just keeps popping up everywhere.
Wait, let's follow each other.
Okay, Dr. Selfie, not exactly what I meant by take it away.
He's 27. He's admitted with fainting, bleeding gums, and bruising, and he's asking us to accommodate his special diet.
Are you vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free?
Tarzan.
What now?
Oh. Oh no.
Low carbs, maximum protein.
He has a whole page devoted to it. Check out this video. He's crushing a 14-egg omelet.
Oh, wait. Okay. I thought it was like, sorry, I was getting it mixed up with the one where it's like all,
You need more than protein.
The Tarzan
Yeah.
diet is how our ancestors ate. I'm surprised I had to explain that to a doctor.
No, it's not, for
Ancestors were
one.
Tarzan.
No,
is
and
official
oh god, she is aggressively relaxing in here,
When I was an intern, all we had for stress relief was crying in the supply closet.
or banging out in the on-call room.
The interns don't want to come in here.
Oh,
They think I'm weird. You're not weird.
well,
Thanks.
you're
I'm gonna ring the
pleasantly
affirmation
interesting.
gong now.
Do I have to stay here until that ends?
Yeah, don't talk.
Yeah, she makes me mildly nervous. What was I saying? Oh yeah, right. I thought it was the one where you eat exclusively raw meat. He at least cooked his eggs.
Med.
And Surge.
Merge. You guys don't charge me per doctor, do you?
Nice. Yes, we do, actually.
I have a new kid at home. Could you please keep me alive?
Yes, we will, Daryl.
No promises, knowing how this show goes.
Oh, please, you go first.
No, well, I think that you're going to teach me something maybe I don't
Oh
know.
my
knew what they
god,
were
you
trying to
too.
I would enjoy if the two of us removed our clothing and smushed all over each other.
I'm aware of that and have similar feelings, which is why I sometimes laugh too hard at your mediocre jokes.
And there it is.
God.
Get a room.
He has rebound tenderness. I'm thinking appendicitis.
And based on medical's more complete history and physical, we know a productive cough and think pneumonia.
Well, my surgical expertise is being questioned.
Oh god, I knew this was gonna happen. They're gonna start butting heads themselves.
That was
or
way more impressive than whatever this was.
oh,
It's a med-surg merge.
maybe not. Maybe they worked it out. Okay, they worked it out. Never mind. Never mind.
I was just gonna buzz you guys. Can you switch my IV so I can work my other arm?
How about instead we work on getting healthy,
No.
Kate?
Oh, not surprised.
Mr. Nichols, your 21st century TikTok diet has given you one of the oldest diseases known to man. You have scurvy.
That's crazy.
You get it from malnutrition. Scurvy can lead to tooth loss, bleeding eyes, and heart failure.
Or it could not, because it's also a super easy fix, right, Dr. Reed?
Correct.
It is, but it would have to break his diet.
I can't maintain 6% body fat eating fruit.
You do you, Tarzan. Oh, one tip though, might be tough to tear into a steak with only 4 teeth.
Give him that tough love.
You don't strike me as the poker type. You seem like a bananagrams guy.
He's, yeah.
Watch these hands.
Oh.
Done a whole lot of dancing
Whoa.
on the green felt. My old poker nights with Dr. Turner
Holy
were
shit.
pretty crazy.
Bam! That's what I'm talking about!
Oh my god, that hair. for both. Mainly JD's. God damn, what is that going on there? Oh my God.
Sibby, hey girl. Poker night tonight, my house. You in?
I don't gamble. What's the game? 5-card stud, Texas Hold'em. What's the buy-in? Are there buybacks, cash game, or winner takes all?
Yeah, dude, this is it. We're cracking
Don't
it.
gamble. I'm sorry. I need to go make a phone call to the...
Holy shit. She's gonna snap at some point. She might have people in her closet at home. I don't know.
I feel sorry for him.
I don't.
I've been a doctor for 20 years. He goes like this for 30 seconds on the toilet, and suddenly he knows more than us. I mean, we're just trying to help him.
I like the tackling that.
Uses their phone for medical advice. It's kind of the world now.
Oh, it's a dumb as fuck way to go about it.
When we're rounding, I don't want to hear or see your social media. Phones are turning people into brain-dead idiots.
I'm not a brain-dead idiot.
I'd like to take you seriously as a doctor, and right now I'm not sure you've given me a reason to.
Ooh, I mean, valid.
I'm sure how things worked in the 1900s, but you can't make interns do personal stuff.
To you, it looks like you're helping me pack snacks for my kid's softball game, but secretly, I am teaching you.
Okay, Miyagi. Are you though?
Surgeons are much different than medical. We're always on call. Okay, and every time you
that's
run
true.
out that door, someone's always disappointed.
Yeah.
Well, so how do you make it all work?
Well, you don't. Like right now, my best friend wants me at poker night, but Carla's shift just got canceled and she wants me home.
I bet you missed these, Poppy.
I mean, she really wants me home.
This lesson is done.
No, not so fast, young Padawan. There's one last thing no surgeon likes.
No skipping out on JD. That's what I say.
Give bad news.
Dr. Turk's wife sent him some freaky pictures, and now he's not going to be a poker. He said he will, quote, be hitting that. I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm sorry for your loss. Aw, that sucks. So who did show up?
Can we do you have the next hand, please?
Uh-oh. Oh my God, what a turnout. 3 levels of crazy.
I drank too much. Is it okay if
And
I crash
we don't know you all that well yet, but you seem
though.
nice. Actually, the two on the... It's a little balanced, actually. 2 on the left seem pretty balanced. The other 2 hiding... Well, Hooch ain't hiding demons. Hooch just crazy. She, though, she's got a troubled, dark past. She is desperately trying to bury.
When Turk had sex after a dry patch, he wouldn't tell anyone, but there would be signs.
Yeah, shocker.
Scratches for everybody. If I get lucky, you get lucky. Scratcher for you. Oh, Francois Dubois, scratcher for you. Thank you, King. Yes, Queen. Miss Sibby.
I need a win.
Oh, God. No.
Thanks for nothing.
Hey, Blake. Scratcher, 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 scratcher.
Something tells me you got lucky last night.
How'd it go last night? I'm sorry I had to bail.
Just like the good old days.
Really?
No.
I'm in the hole, man.
You gotta live with your legs, baby.
No.
Hooch, no!
So Sibby tried to flip a table? Damn.
No wonder she's like needing a fix today.
Turk's your best friend. You can tell him how you really feel. I can't believe you had an intern tell me. This was supposed to be the start of a new chapter of my life, and you abandoned me.
Oh!
Yeah,
Fatality.
I didn't know you were religious.
Oh, no, I'm not. I found this in a patient's room. I'm using it to hide my phone.
Oh.
This feeling there's something else wrong with a patient, so I'm doing a deep dive on his socials.
I mean, that's smart. That might be a useful way to use it.
He dies and comes back in the end. Amara, we gotta go.
Spoilers.
We're still waiting for the chest CT, but the initial CRX confirms that Daryl here has pneumonia, like I thought, and not appendicitis, like Dr. Turk mistakenly thought.
Okay. Yeah, they were. I did interpret that right. They were just being polite in front of them.
What Dr. Dorian is trying to say is we don't have to cut you. Unlike his words, which I believe were meant to cut me.
No, that's a first. A surgeon diagnosed something correctly. Medical, roll out.
Oh, this lover's quarrel is splitting down to the children.
I'll pray for you.
Oh!
Dr. Turk, my phone.
What's that about?
Nothing, just Dr. Selfie being more interested in DMing patients than diagnosing them.
Dr. Selfie? Starting to sound a little like Dr. Cox.
Ooh.
Dr. Cox was hard on me, but he taught us how to do things the right way.
He also called you Barbie and undermined your confidence for years. Don't you remember how that made you feel?
Yeah, true.
She's really smart. I mean, keep an eye on her, but give her a chance to do it her way.
Yeah. Aww.
Okay, let's do this.
Now I need to handle my own drama with a little flourish.
God damn.
People actually know you learned that at Magic Camp?
I fucking wanted to say that. I really desperately wanted to call his bullshit earlier, but I didn't.
Things are hard for me, JD. Work, marriage, kids. I got a lot of pressure.
Dr. Reed, I know you said no phones, and you're probably gonna call me Dr. Selfie again.
No, I won't.
The stuff on Logan's page is really concerning.
You see that? I used to be that fat loser, and I would rather die than go back to being him.
This isn't just about some fad diet.
This is
I
the
think
way
it could
he...
be some kind of eating disorder.
Nice catch.
It could be orthorexia, and I missed it. That was a really good catch, Dr. Tosh.
Honestly, I'm tired of hearing how overwhelmed
See,
you are
that's a
by
good
your
use.
big, happy family and your wife that loves you when I spend half my time completely alone.
On her part,
that I had
not
your
so
bump.
much
You sure
as
about that? 'Cause I never get to be alone.
the patient going through and reading everything they can find from people who aren't professionals.
So yeah, maybe I'd love just a little of your problems.
Radiology called up. It's about your pneumonia patient.
One of the things that didn't change about this place is that it has a way of bringing people back together.
Oh, what was it? What is it actually?
Help you get through this.
Unfortunately, sometimes it's the hard moments that mend us.
Oh. Oh no.
Post-obstructive pneumonia caused by that spiculated mass.
Yeah.
So Daryl has lung cancer.
You just had a baby.
See, I called that early, man.
When things like this happen,
I mean, is it
we suddenly
operable,
see
treatable?
everything just a bit differently. Tell Nora Uncle JD says I hope she hits a home run. All those things that felt overwhelming, with a little perspective.
Dude, I love the drip, JD. God damn.
There's a divorced mom who drinks Chardonnay out of a Stanley cup and wears no bra. I'm pretty sure you two will hit it off.
Sounds like a great first mistake. Maybe another time.
You know what? Give her my number.
Already did.
Already on it, man.
And too much time alone feels like an opportunity to be there for someone else.
This week sucked. I'm getting hammered. You in?
Sure. I don't have anything else going on. Apple TD's on me.
Thanks for buying, Dr. Dorian. I'm a little light till my next paycheck. Hey, what do you guys got there? You do an 8-ball, 9-ball?
Damn.
Oh my.
Okay.
That'd be a turn.
I know they're just kids, but it's nice to find a little community.
The bar got a sprucing up over here, man.
The best part is
I want
they
an
have
Appletini.
no
I'd
idea
try
just
one.
how bad an Appletini hangover is.
What an awesome episode. I really liked that one. I liked I liked last week's, but I think I enjoyed this one a little bit more. I love watching them be the mentors themselves, you know, passing on their knowledge. Interesting enough, there was a little bit in the last episode. I was going to say a little light on the chief of medicine aspect of this. It was more like he was just kind of residing over the medical team like he used to. You know, he was the tip of the iceberg. Obviously, Dr. Cox was there above him there, but he was basically in charge of everything else with the interns, with the goings on in the hospital, in the wing, with the patients and whatnot. And I like that was kind of like him and like two chiefs, their whole little shtick there, you know, continuing to mentor their individual flocks, and also kind of reigniting that kind of spat that can happen between them. You know, the differences in the way that they diagnose the patients, the way that sometimes they could have completely different points of view on it. And then the ego that gets in the way of that between the two, especially with the idea that, you know, they kind of really broke it down earlier on in this season and in the previous seasons as well about, you know, surgical. It's kind of like being a glorified mechanic is the way they kind of describe it. It's very factual. It's matter of fact. It's like fixing a computer. this piece is busted, take it out, replace it, patch it up, fix it, repair it, whatever. It's tackling the cause, or the symptom rather. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. You know what I'm trying to say, at least. I think I'm really mincing my words. But then you have the medical doctors that try to treat the patient preventatively, reversibly, trying to change the way in which it was created, or see if they could do it without having to have their body opened up or cut or whatever. You know, and so there's this philosophical push and pull about which is the right way to go. And then there's the ego that comes along with that as well. And they try to play it very coy, very polite, but it was still very underhanded in the way they were taking a little subtle jabs at each other, but not trying to let that like rain down upon the interns. But we have a little bit of that going on there. And I like how it led to something completely different that neither one of them got correct, which is kind of like when you've watched a lot of Scrubs, there's always going to be that turn where things get real serious. And that's where I thought they were going to drop that, was with that guy. I thought that was going to be the easiest thing, because it also, if it's something not that they're not expecting, something worse than they are expecting, it causes them to come together on it, which is kind of the point they're trying to instill in the new guard here. And I love the way that they came about that. Now with the lung cancer, there's a lot of ways that can go. It could be treatable. They might be able to remove the tumor, remove the lung itself. I got a buddy who the thing about him, and how he found out, he was in a hit and run. He was just walking down the street one day and somebody clipped him with their car. They took off and he got admitted to the ER, needed immediate surgery and all that kind of stuff. And that's when they were doing the x-rays, they were doing the scans to check him and whatnot. That's when that's how he found out. That is how he found out he had lung cancer. And subsequently they acted, and he's got one lung now, but he's still pretty fine. We keep in touch. He's one of my old roommates back when I was going to one of the colleges I was going to back in the day. But it's just weird how that can happen, man. It can just, there's another different avenue that could go. The whole thing too, when they drop that, I'm a new dad, that is exactly the right thing to drop for that. Like fucking just twisting the knife that they were going to deliver in this. I like the way that they handled all of that, as well as like the way the interns themselves are really making themselves stand out. The interplay between them, I really like how they're doing that. I like the way they handled Tosh and Elliot. Elliot's always had a little bit of this ego, especially in this war between her and Dr. Cox, and the way that she's also, maybe even because of that, echoed a little bit of that herself, or taken that into herself, maybe subconsciously and unknowingly, until JD confronted her about it when she was being... It's one thing when a patient comes in and tries to tell the doctor what's what. The whole thing with the diet is like the nutrition. Yes, a lot of those fad diets, they are not going to account for everything we need in the body. You'll need either supplements from some other stuff or an excess of other things in your diet to make out the balance, whether you're removing meat from your diet, or if you're removing vegetables and fruit from your diet, you're going to have to supplement it with something else. And obviously he was using all of his social media knowledge to reinforce that, which in turn, as you dived into it, revealed an eating dysmorphia. Well, more an eating disorder, maybe even caused by his former body dysmorphia, because he was an overweight kid. He resented that, of what that brought about in his life. And he forced himself into a pattern that caused him to eat a certain way, to never go back to the way he was when he was being picked on, bullied, and all that kind of stuff. It's become behavioral and like part of his core. And that's one of the things that's hardest to tackle in unraveling something like that. But they were able to get to the core of it. And I love that, sure, like when it's on the patient side of things, I think that's where it's a very much so a problem. because you can go through, there's a lot of people fronting to know more than doctors. There's people that pretend to be doctors on TikTok specifically that have no medical background at all. There's a lot of just misinformation, dangerous information being perpetuated just because someone with charisma and confidence can say it convincingly enough that nobody else will fact check it and take it as fact. And yeah, Elliot is right. That is a problem. And I think that aspect of it, she was bleeding down onto Tosh. And I like that JD stood up for her. It's like, she is a smart kid. So listen to her, hear her out. You got to be firm but open. I like they're taking the lessons they learned, the hard knocks they learned, and taking that, but also delivering it in a way that's not going to be as hard as they took it. It's this natural progression of, progress. There's the seriousness with which you have to take it, but there's also this respect that comes with it as well. If you don't earn it, you don't earn it. And so far, none of them have necessarily not earned any of that respect. There's just a perception that has to be defeated about that. And I think a lot of people, especially in their age bracket, mine included, that kind of has that kind of stigma against people who just can't get off their phones, especially for her, who is a content creator as well, so it does kind of like starts off a little bit on the wrong foot. Hell, even with her peers, even with the other interns, it was like that with Deshauna earlier on in the first episode. So I like how they kind of dove into that, because at least on her aspect of it as a doctor who can look at these things with a different lens. Sure, it could be a very useful tool for her to dig through with her medical knowledge to see what's what as far as research goes, but also the accessibility to the patient's lifestyle if you actually stalk the patient to find out what they might be keeping from you. And that ended up paying off huge here for them. And then on the other side of that, not to mention the medical versus surgery lover spat that was going on here between JD and Turk, there's also this friend spat that is going on. And it's not because either one of them is necessarily at fault. It's just one of those things when you're an adult, when you're at this stage of your life, especially for like somebody like JD, who's just recently gone through a divorce. He's dealing with an excess of loneliness. He's alone. He's moving into a new apartment. He's come back down here. He's not near his kids, or he's near their kid, but there's none of that just yet. But like, he lives alone. Meanwhile, so he's craving attention. He's craving hanging out with people. He's craving his best friend. He's craving Turk, and especially now that they can be together much more easily. Like, he's like at a distance. He's like there, but out of reach. Unlike before when he was like an hour away. But Turk is dealing with the opposite of that, an overstimulation. He's got 4 kids that do not let him, that do not leave him alone, constantly blowing up his phone. He's a surgeon, so like he mentioned to Deshauna, he's always on call. So when he leaves here, there's always the chance on a moment's notice, he'll have to drop everything and come back here. So there's an overstimulation, there's an overabundance of pressure always on him. And I'm a person who I can easily burn out in social situations. I can only socialize in doses. So like I totally get the desire of both wanting to hang out with your friends, but also being like, I am way too burned out to interact with another human being right now. I would rather just be alone. And for him, it was just, they're rarely home together, him and Carla. So he was like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to get that. We don't really get that. We'll have to call this off for another night. And that's a very real thing too. Again, that's his wife. It's a very different situation, but it's a thing that it's just like, it sucks. It stings. It hurts for JD, but it's just like the nature of the beast for where you're at in that stage of life. Also, like how this episode also last episode, I think like we started off dealing with the revelation of the divorce and then going into how that's causing a little bit of a tension between them. But after that confrontation last episode, starting off with this one being very, very amicable between Elliot and him. And the way they were just sitting down, talking this out, being there for each other, giving advice, accepting the reality of the situation of their lives right now and just moving forward and not letting that get in the way. And I really like seeing that, because I know I had some concern, and I saw other concerns that it would just kind of be this thing that they were very concerned about them turning Elliot and them into like just this, maybe not as interestingly endearing as Jordan and Cox were, but like something in that vein where they're just always at each other's throats. But I'm glad that they kind of nipped that in the bud, because I don't think I would think the show at this day and age would want to go into this with a different sensibility about it, and I like that they did that so far. And it needs to be the implication we got another episode without Park. Don't know where he's at. I know he's not slated for every episode, but I'm kind of shocked that we've gone 4 now and he's only been in 2. But we've entertained the idea of getting to know this new kind of janitor. JD's done nothing to piss him off. It'd be really funny if everything is fine and dandy, but then something happens in the later part of the season that completely turns him into an echo of the old janitor. I know he's in the season. I just don't know when he's going to creep up and jump scare us. Speaking of jump scares, Sibby, our feelings police, she's hiding some shit. I think a lot of this, what brought her into this, was a way to manage her own issues, which I think it's a thing for like it's I don't know how true it is, but it's the thing they say about people in the psychological or psychiatric field, is that a lot of the time they get into it to try to pretty much manage themselves, find out what's wrong with them. That it's an understanding of oneself as much as it is to be there for everybody else. I feel like this was like, in a way, it's taking her lessons and putting it out there, but it's also a way to keep herself under control. And JD brought her over for that night to play some poker, and that cracked open some old demons. And from gambling to playing pool, it's like she's like choking down some stuff that she's just keeping right at surface behind that smile. I love that. I love what they're doing with her and Hooch kind of getting not closer, but having that moment where he was like, here, help me let you be crazy for a second. Hooch inviting himself to the table. Hey, seeing Hooch again and in this situation is also interesting. But yeah, that was a fun little turnout. But this was a really solid episode. I loved this one. This is definitely in the upper echelon of the ones we've gotten so far. I think the first episode is still my favorite, but I think this one might be number 2. Anyway, guys, what'd you think of the episode? What'd you think of this? How everything turned out here? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll end the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If it did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Or if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon. Over there, we also have a couple commercials that happen to feature some of the cast that I just kind of included for funsies while I was sitting there waiting for the show to kick back on. Anyway, speaking of that, I want to shout out Lily Chin Sun, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Burr, Calvin Merley, Sleepy Bastard, Theodore Wolf, Amy Becca, and Ariat Coyote. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel, helping sponsor and support the rescues that we take care of here. Thank you guys so much. It means the world to me. And especially a huge shout out to you guys over on Patreon. You and the channel legends help us out immensely with the editing, with mitigating copyright strikes. We just recently got one for the first episode of the One Piece live action series that just kicked off. So you guys help a lot of help us keep up with all that kind of stuff, mitigate steps when those little hiccups when that happens, and just keep up with everything. So thank you guys, and especially for you guys here on YouTube, because we're doing this all for you. Love you guys so much. You're the ones we're here for, and I appreciate every single one of you. But that's this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.